Virgo. The silent enigma of the zodiac. You see them and think you understand. Methodical, precise, analytical. A mind sharpened to perfection. A life ordered down to the smallest detail. Yet, do not be fooled. Beneath the calm exterior lies a world so intricate, so deeply layered, that even those closest to them often scratch their heads in wonder. If you think Virgo is simple, predictable, or easily defined, you are about to discover a truth few ever see. In this video, you will witness the subtle brilliance, the hidden strength, and the quietly mesmerizing complexity that makes Virgo not only fascinating but unforgettable. Prepare yourself, because what you're about to learn will completely reshape your perception of this zodiac sign. Virgos notice everything. A crease in a shirt, a slightly off-center picture frame, a word that feels out of place in conversation. All of it registers in their sharp, precise mind. You might mistake their focus on details for mere obsession, but it's far more profound. They do not simply correct or criticize. They observe, they assess, they weigh, and they often act in ways so subtle that it almost feels like magic. Here is where the first mini-climax appears. Virgo's meticulousness is not about control. It is a form of deep understanding, a map of the world seen through their eyes. Every adjustment, every calculation, every carefully chosen word reveals layers you would have missed, and it draws you in. You begin to realize that the perfection you see is not the absence of flaws. It is the careful orchestration of reality as it is, embraced fully, flaws and all. Virgo's intelligence is immediate and surgical. They process information at lightning speed, dissecting situations with clarity that feels almost supernatural. But unlike many who wield intellect as a weapon, Virgo uses it with precision and empathy. They can solve a problem, point out a mistake, or offer advice, all while making you feel understood rather than criticized. Imagine a coworker quietly correcting an error in a project, guiding the team with a single remark that changes the outcome entirely. You barely notice the shift at first, but suddenly, everything falls into place, and you realize it was the Virgo's quiet influence all along. This is their hidden power, subtle, effective, and often invisible until the results speak for themselves. Yet, for all their logic, Virgo's emotional depth is astonishing. They sense moods, intentions, and undercurrents in ways that even the most intuitive people cannot. A single glance, a fleeting hesitation, or the quiet weight of unspoken words, these are signals Virgos read effortlessly. They feel what others hide, sometimes before anyone else even notices. But here lies the paradox. Their sensitivity does not make them vulnerable, it makes them formidable. It gives them the insight to act decisively, to protect themselves and those they care about, and to navigate the emotional landscape with unmatched precision. This duality, the union of mind and heart, is one of Virgo's most compelling and puzzling traits, a constant rise and fall of energy that keeps everyone around them on edge, aware, intrigued. Virgos are selective in their relationships. They do not give their time, energy, or trust lightly. Yet when they do, it is wholehearted, deliberate, and deeply loyal. They help, they guide, and they support, often quietly, without fanfare. But if you betray their trust, if you attempt to manipulate or take advantage of their goodwill, you will witness a different side entirely. Virgo's reaction is not loud, but it is unwavering. They do not need to shout. Their distance, their silence, their unwavering boundaries speak louder than any words. The mini-climax here is subtle yet undeniable. When a Virgo decides enough is enough, there is no going back. No guilt, no regrets, only calculated clarity. Their loyalty has limits, and crossing them brings consequences that are both fair and inescapable. They love routines, yes, but not because they are rigid. Virgo's routine is a sanctuary, a structure in which their creativity, intelligence, and spirit can flourish. They find comfort in predictability, not because they fear change, but because it allows them to exercise control over what truly matters. They can spend hours perfecting a schedule, planning meals, organizing a workspace, or preparing for an event down to the tiniest detail. And yet, they resist external control. Offer suggestions, however well-intentioned, and Virgo may politely, subtly, but firmly reject them. They do not follow rules imposed by others. They follow the rhythm of their own reasoning, their own intuition, their own sense of order. Another mini-climax appears here. Their calm, structured life is powered not by conformity, but by self-determination. Every decision, every habit, every preference is theirs, and theirs alone. Virgo's connection to the physical world is intricate. They notice textures, flavors, colors, and sensations that others overlook. A carefully brewed cup of coffee, the smoothness of a sheet, the scent of a room arranged with care. Virgos absorb these details and find meaning in them. But what makes them truly unique is how this attention to the material intersects with their inner world. While grounded in reality, Virgos are also deeply introspective. They meditate, reflect, or observe quietly, searching for meaning, insight, and understanding. They balance the tangible and the abstract effortlessly, a harmony that is rare, delicate, and utterly compelling. Mini-climaxes emerge constantly in these quiet moments. The way a Virgo can shift from organizing a desk to contemplating the nature of life without skipping a beat is fascinating, bewildering, and entirely their own. Virgos are perfectionists, but they also accept imperfection in others, albeit selectively. They encourage growth, they notice potential, and they offer guidance, but they do not force it. They are mentors, friends, and silent allies, often lifting others in ways that are invisible yet transformative. And when someone truly earns their respect, the loyalty Virgo offers is unmatched. The mini-climax here is emotional. The moment a Virgo invests in you is the moment they make you feel seen, understood, and valued in ways no one else can replicate. Their independence is a constant theme. Virgo never surrenders autonomy, not in their habits, not in their decisions, not in their relationships. Suggest a path, propose a shortcut, or attempt to dictate choices, and they will resist, not rebelliously, not loudly, but with quiet, unyielding determination. Their stubbornness is a form of self-respect, a shield, and a signal. They value control over their own life above approval from others. This internal compass guides every decision, creating yet another rise and fall in the rhythm of their character. You see calm, you feel power, and you recognize subtle genius in every move they make. Virgos can be introverted, even shy, but when in environments where they feel comfortable and respected, they transform. Their humor surfaces, their insight sharpens, and their charm becomes magnetic. They are not the loud center of attention, but their presence is felt profoundly. A witty remark, a perfectly timed observation, a gesture of care, these small moments resonate long after they leave. Another mini-climax occurs here. The quiet observer suddenly becomes the heartbeat of subtle influence, drawing people into their orbit effortlessly. Virgos also excel in problem-solving. Give them a complicated situation, a chaotic environment, or a convoluted challenge, and they will navigate it with ease. They see steps others miss, anticipate consequences, and implement solutions that feel almost preordained. Their ability to combine logic, empathy, and foresight makes them both reliable and unpredictable. You may watch silently as they manipulate variables, reconfigure strategies, and, without fanfare, create order from chaos. Mini-climaxes abound in these moments. The sudden realization of a solution, the quiet admiration of their skill, the subtle or inspired in everyone around them. They are deeply analytical, yet they feel deeply. Virgo's mind and heart are intertwined in a dance of subtlety, insight, and reflection. Every choice is informed, every interaction observed, every action deliberate. Their intelligence is practical, their empathy measured, and their presence quietly commanding. This combination of qualities creates a rhythm of anticipation and release, a rise and fall that is hypnotic, keeping everyone around them alert, intrigued, and emotionally engaged. Even in romance, Virgo's approach is unique. They observe, assess, and slowly reveal affection in ways that are subtle yet profound. Their love is intense but understated, expressed through actions more than words. They notice what others miss, the small gestures, the hidden struggles, the unspoken desires. And when they choose to open their heart, it is a gift that carries weight, depth, and authenticity. Mini-climaxes appear in quiet moments, a touch, a glance, a phrase perfectly timed, small sparks that ignite deep connection. Virgos are endlessly fascinating because they balance contradictions effortlessly. They are organized yet adaptable, sensitive yet strong, critical yet compassionate, introverted yet magnetic. Their lives are a series of calculated moves, quiet insights, and subtle actions that ripple far beyond what anyone observes. They are never ordinary. They are always led. They are constantly moving through rhythms of observation, understanding, action, and reflection, creating patterns that are beautiful, complex, and undeniably compelling. To truly understand a Virgo is to learn patience, awareness, and appreciation for subtlety. It is to recognize that the quietest person in the room may hold the most profound insight. It is to witness intelligence and emotion operating in perfect synchrony. It is to experience mini-climaxes of insight, humor, empathy, and brilliance that punctuate everyday moments. Their life is a masterclass in balance, depth, and understated power. Virgos are not defined by noise or spectacle. They are defined by impact, precision, and subtle mastery. They are not easily swayed by trends, but they can navigate chaos with clarity. They are not loud, but their presence resonates. They are not simple, but they are unforgettable. The rhythm of Virgo's life, the fall, the rise, the moments of quiet brilliance, creates a cadence that captivates anyone paying attention. They are planners, thinkers, observers, and silent guides. They are caretakers, problem solvers, and subtle influencers. They are introspective, analytical, empathetic, and quietly magnetic. Their intelligence is paired with sensitivity, their orderliness with independence, their modesty with understated charisma. Every Virgo carries this intricate rhythm, the calm of observation, the precision of action, the depth of empathy, and the occasional, unforgettable flash of brilliance. And in the end, that is what makes Virgo unforgettable. Not loud, not flashy, not dramatic, but complex, subtle, deeply intelligent, endlessly perceptive, and quietly magnetic. Every interaction, every gesture, every decision carries layers, consequences, and meaning. They are the question mark in human form, the paradox of perfection and imperfection, the delicate yet unshakable presence in a chaotic world. They are Virgo. And when you encounter them, you cannot help but notice. You cannot help but be drawn in. You cannot help but remember.